Hey guys, first off, happy 4th of July. Hope everyone's holiday is going well so far. Be safe tonight when you're lighting off fireworks. Make sure everyone keeps all their fingers and toes and eyeballs and hearing and all that good stuff. So anyway, it is time for an episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. And if you follow the channel, you know that on Saturdays I at least try to work on my own stuff. Work on everyone else's stuff all week. And don't get me wrong, I love it, but I like my own cars too. So worked on the old split here again today and did a couple things. One of which was in the interior, and here's what I did. So if you've heard me talk about this car, you know that the upholstery on a standard split window is much more sort of stripped down compared to a deluxe model. And so one of the areas that it's more stripped down is that on a deluxe, the center shaft here the tunnel has carpet on it. And on standards, they didn't. They had, not only did they only have a rubber mat, but the rubber mat only went from the firewall to about the shifter right there. So I had actually ordered this quite some time ago. I think I got it from Marcus in Germany, who makes a lot of this hard or impossible otherwise to find stuff. So pretty much started off the morning on this car by removing the carpet, and of course it was glued to the tunnel, and so I had to spend quite a bit of time cleaning off old glue because it just looked ugly. Obviously, glue stuck all over it. And did some other cleaning. As you can see, I did not clean my pedal assembly, which now looks really bad since everything else is clean. I cleaned the floor mats. They're cleanish. They look better than they did before. They don't stick out too much now against the new tunnel mat here. But yeah, so that was kind of a fun little project, one that I've been meaning to do for a long time. So now, at least in the front of the car, this carpet up in here and this mat and now the floor mats and this all seems to be correct from my research on a standard. And so the other thing we have to fix, again, just talking about the carpet, is that these cars the standards are not supposed to have carpet back here. So it is supposed to have it on the wheel wells, so that's gonna stay. But this piece back here has got to go, because that is not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be basically like a black cardboard. And then also, I don't know if I can show you here or not, the back seat is supposed to also be black cardboard. So that's going to get fixed too when we reupholster the seats. So slowly but surely, guys, working on making my interior correct for a standard split window. This is, of course, as I mentioned many times, the wrong upholstery fabric on the seats, wrong upholstery fabric on the door panels, and even if it wasn't wrong, it's in pretty bad shape. It looks like this car sat in the sun for a long time with something sitting there that was that shape that had two holes in it. I have no idea what that could have been. Maybe like a license plate there and a cardboard box. I don't know, guys, but it's not right, and it looks terrible, super faded and ugly. And then the door panels, same deal. They're all, coming apart on the edges and stuff. So it's all got to go. And I do have all the correct or like that close to correct fabric now for the interior of this car. So yeah, kind of kicked off my interior refresh today by taking care of this little mat section up here. So that was kind of a fun little project. The other thing that I did is, if you've heard me talk about this car before, you know that it had an issue where if you would be like going, say, up a hill for a really long time, or I also found this out when I was like drag racing the car last week, that if you just kept riding out third gear with your foot all the way in it, that it would start running out of gas. If you're trying to basically drag race and ride it out about as far as you can in a certain gear, towards the end of third gear where I would be about ready to shift, it would start acting like it was running out of gas when I was doing those runs. And so I would drop it into fourth to avoid that. But, the car obviously pulls harder in third than it does fourth, and that was affecting the quarter mile times and mile per hour and stuff somewhat. So anyway, to that end, my fuel pump was already kind of a Frankenstein fuel pump that had the wrong bottom on it. It had the correct top, but it didn't look good. But anyway, I bought a restored one from Eric at Garage Graphics. Got that from him at Octo a few weeks ago. And so that was the other thing I did today, is I went ahead and swapped that in, and it looks very nice. So now my fuel pump and my carburetor, which I went and rebuilt a few weeks ago, and then my pulley here, which I did like a quick restoration of, and the distributor cap, which is now facing the right way. So there's at least a few things on this motor now that don't look terrible, but I am actually getting ready to place an order for the correct support here. This is totally wrong for this motor, and the correct intake manifold. It's supposed to have what's called a jacketed K manifold, where these legs here for the heat risers come out more straight like that on both sides, and it makes more of a letter K shape than versus, I don't know, whatever shape that is. So yeah, getting ready to order those. Super pricey. Well, at least the manifold is super pricey. That little support there that's correct is alone is like 40 bucks. But yeah, I think I'm going to start gathering the correct parts I need for this motor, which are mainly those two things at this point, and then probably go ahead and pull the motor out. And I don't know that I'm even going to bother rebuilding it because it runs really good. I think I'm going to basically just clean it up really good, strip it down to a long block, clean it up really good, and then do all the like powder coating and detailing and stuff, and probably just put it back together, guys. Again, this is just my personal car. If this was a customer's car, I would recommend that we, go through and do a full rebuild on the motor, but this little thing runs great. And so honestly, I think I'm just going to do like a cosmetic rebuild of it, so to speak, and swap in some correct parts. And I think that's probably going to do it for now, guys. And so between the motor and the interior, car is going to be looking way better. So I mentioned the quarter-mile time. So after I got the fuel pump swapped out, I went to the closed track that I use and did another run. And guys, it is now, I can pull all the way through third gear as far as I want, or as far as I sort of trust the motor to rev, and the issue is gone. So clearly it was the fuel pump that was just not putting out sufficient volume for this monster 25 horse. But anyway, I did do a run, guys, and the old elapsed time for the quarter mile was basically 27.1 seconds. I did it now in 25.99. So guys, I broke into the 25s. Woo! Super fast. The miles per hour before was about 47 miles an hour, 51.6 miles an hour this time. So picked up several miles an hour and shaved about a second and change off the elapsed time. So huge difference being able to ride third gear out as far as I could before. I don't even think I actually ended up shifting. I think pretty much when I hit the quarter mile was right when I was thinking like I should probably shift, and then I saw the timer, so to speak, stop, or indicate that I had reached a quarter mile. So yeah, it seems like if you ride third gear out as far as you can, then you can. That's the best way in this thing to get a smoking fast quarter mile time out of it. So I will. I'll post that video up later showing that. I do actually have some new camera equipment I want to show you guys real quick here. So I finally sort of broke down. I've been wanting one of these for a while. Finally broke down. Amazon had them on sale. So I bought finally a 360 degree camera. This is an Insta360 X4 Air. So basically an X4, but it's a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, and it was on a pretty good sale. I think it was like 26% off on Amazon. So got that, and then I got some various mounting things that work really well for automobiles. So the footage that I'll put up later of my quarter mile time and then another driving one, I basically just stuck this on the passenger window, and it seems to be like a pretty good location for filming. And then I also got the rest of this setup where you can have the selfie stick basically extending off, say the back of the car or whatever, supported by this one, so you can get one of those one of those videos. I'm sure you guys have all seen those videos. It looks like maybe a drone or something is following the car. So I'm going to start having some fun with videos. So I'll probably be posting more short videos now that I've got some equipment that'll kind of open up my abilities here to be a bit more creative with what I do. So anyway, that's actually it for today, guys. So short but fun day here with the split window, smoking new 1/4 mile time for it. And that's it. So again, everyone have a great 4th of July weekend, and we'll see you again Monday. Bye.